Theirs was the home that everybody wanted to come to, the big house where the road ended and the marsh began. A place where there was always enough supper to go around, and all were welcome. Laughter was a part of the foundation, and friendship its very soul. It was a rainbow at the end of Dick Estus's day, a reward for success in business, generosity in the community, and a love of family that braided everything else together. Consider the things that have flourished in Savannah. Tourism, the port, the spirit of cooperation and inclusion. And then consider the contributions of a Yankee from New York, one Richard Austin Estus. His career path led him to outdoor advertising, where he understood exactly what he was selling.
You don't sell billboards, you sell ideas.
I could see this was going to be the hub of the South.
Success in the Northeast drew him south to Atlanta to pair his skills with another ad man.
He's worked for one of the toughest business persons in the world, Ted Turner, and has lots of skills that have probably been honed in combat.
But he wanted his own shop, and that led him to Savannah.
Ted said, "Why do you want to go to Savannah? All the good people have left." Urban renewal had not hit Savannah yet. I mean, they weren't tearing down houses and stuff, and it was not because they didn't want it. I think it was because they were so far behind. And people would say, "Dick, you can't do that down here. You might have been able to do that in Atlanta, but Savannah's different. You can't do that." So I said, "I can do that, but I'll have to show you."
As he and Irwin Mazo built multiple businesses in the city, he threw his civic commitment into tourism, where he saw that an obvious opportunity was being overlooked.
All that traffic that was going south from New York to Florida was coming right through Savannah, over the bridge, up Louisville Road, going down 17, then hooking up back on 95 and going on their way. I said, we need to stop that traffic and bring them into Savannah, let them spend 2 or 3 days here. And so I said, that's what I'm going to do.
A building on the corner of West Broad and Louisville Road caught his eye.
But I do remember Dad taking me, I must have been 9 years old, to the old railroad station, which was abandoned at the time. And he took me in there, and I remember standing under the brick arch and him pointing out, where the trains came in and how amazing this would be. And he had a total vision of where everything should be, what it would look like, who was coming, why it was great at this location.
We were able to do it, and it really just was the start of tourism here. We went from one hotel to a lot of hotels now.
But there was something even further behind than the cosmetics of the city, and that was its thinking. He set out to change that too, by starting the first City Club. And
I took down the guy who just bought the Menger building because no one was in it. At that time, it's amazing to think about that. No one was in that building. And so he went down there with me, and I knew he wanted to fill that building up. As soon as we had a club on the second floor, he would rent out the rest of the bank, would go down below, and all that would happen.
This was the first club, private club, social club in Savannah that would have open membership regardless of gender, race, or religion.
It opened up not only for young guys, but also broke the racial barrier, because we had blacks, we had Jewish people, we had everybody in there.
The club itself really was the anchor. It became the anchor really for Johnson Square. Alan Paulson, George Nichols, the principal business leaders in Savannah supported this effort, and a lot of that had to do with Dick literally going to talk to these people and talking to them about the uniqueness.
George Nichols and Alan Paulson, the port and Gulfstream. One of those would be next in Dick Estus's sights as he continued to fill out his vision for the city.
Announcing a new $70 million warehouse and international distribution facility by Home Depot
In 1996, Port of Savannah was ranked 12th in the nation. Today, we're 4th largest and fastest growing in the nation.
1996 was the first year Estus was chair of the Savannah Economic Development Authority. On his watch, CETA came up with an innovation whose dividends continue to multiply.
And I especially want to commend and thank the Savannah Economic Development Authority for this uniquely sensitive business park.
We had just started, actually we were developing Crossroads, and that was with Dick Knowlton, and we had the only pre-approved permitting area in the country where you could come in there in 30 days, you could start building your building and construction.
For the first time, there was ready, available land with the necessary infrastructure so that projects like Home Depot's Import Distribution Center could locate very quickly and not have to wait months, if not years.
Today, 4,000 jobs are connected to the Crossroads Business Center, a tribute to a guy who was selling ideas.
There was great struggle in that. There was certainly great risk. But the leadership of our board, they were strong enough to bear that. They were strong enough to bear the controversy. Here's a development authority making this enormous investment and taking this enormous risk. And then they were strong enough to keep steering and adjusting over the years to a point of really great success.
Here's the dad.
Yeah. Here's the dad.
Cheerleader.
All the while Dick Estus was building his businesses and improving the city, he was raising a family of daughters with his wife Sue.
Never a dull moment around here.
Girls, as you may have heard, have opinions. So we gathered the Estus clan in the kitchen to get the straight story.
I'm going to be in here watching the golf thing.
Now don't ask Dad to fix anything.
No.
He's
He's not mechanical.
He's not handy.
He can shoot a BB gun. Yeah.
Or a slingshot.
No, I had to take that away from him.
He can't back up a trailer.
No, gosh.
No.
He
When we went camping,
He can't fix a car.
Yeah, no, don't go camping with him.
he loves raspberries and bananas.
Loves raspberries and
and
bananas.
sweets, ice
Yeah,
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
It's too much. The footage is getting long.
Yeah, that.
And I can remember having my first accident at Country Day and hitting the tree, and I don't know if that tree is still there or not. And he walked up, and I had all my friends around me. He goes, now who did it? Like that. And I said, Dad, I did that. And he goes, it's going to be okay.
Anything was possible. If we wanted to try something, I mean, you're right, we wanted a horse. Kent and I rode, and we thought we wanted a horse. And Mom and Dad's good friend, Colonel Taylor, he helped Dad, and he said, you know what, we have property, we'll try a horse. So we got a horse, and
It was a lot of fun.
it was
a lot of memories.
A lot of memories.
Dad loves classic cars.
Yeah.
Oh, and all of his
About
cars.
Yeah. Loves
That was
cars,
always
loves
wonderful
classic
because
cars. Used
he
to
loved
always go to the car
cars.
shows. Still
Yes.
goes to the car shows. Yeah. Has had quite a
He
few
watches
classic
them on
cars.
TV,
He does.
too.
He doesn't work on them.
No,
don't
but he
let him
totally
work on 'em.
appreciates them.
Yeah. Let's go for a ride, girls, with top down.
His love of classic cars has been a boon to another Low Country showcase. The Concours d'Elegance has put Hilton Head on the automotive map.
Dick and I are both gearheads. We love cars. And so almost every year, Dick and I will go down to the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance. From that, Dick brought a lot of those ideas back up here in the Hilton Head Concours, which he's a director of, and has brought the Hilton Head Concours up from nowhere to being third only behind Pebble Beach and the Amelia Island Concours.
I'm an advertising man, not a red herring.
And if you're wondering how a modest man like Dick Estus could achieve so much, well, he had an advantage that others did not.
It's just Cary Grant. He's Savannah's Cary Grant.
And Dad has on those thick, dark glasses.
Cary
He looks
Grant.
just like Cary Grant.
He's suave, he's sophisticated, he's cool.
I think you're gorgeous for your age and all that kind of stuff, but you're a long way from Cary Grant.
Perhaps better to say that Cary Grant was no Dick Estus, a man who leaves an indelible mark on the people and community he calls home.
He is a true lover of Savannah, just the consummate promoter of Savannah.
You know, people over time tend to forget what you said or even what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. And Dick Estus makes you feel pretty damn well.
When Dick Estus was involved, there was nothing we couldn't do.
He's really my best friend, and he would do everything in the world for all of us and Savannah.
I love you, Dick.
What can we even say? You're the most wonderful father in this entire universe. We love you, Dad.
Go Dad, I love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Dick Estus is a laureate in the Junior Achievement Savannah Business Hall of Fame.
Wow, who is this guy, Dick Estus, huh? I'd like to meet him. Anyway, I am so excited to be up here and be a part of JA. See, I caught that word right away, JA. And be in the previous people who have won this award. It's so nice to be a part of that. It was great seeing the video of all the past winners and knowing that you are part of that. Before I came up here, I was sitting over a table here with all my grandkids and all my daughters and everybody, and my grandson turns to me and says, "Hey, Pop," he says, "how come you're a transplanted Yankee from Binghamton, New York? How come you're winning this award down here in Savannah?" I said, "Well, that's a pretty good question." I said, "You know, it's because you just don't parachute into a community not knowing anybody like I did in '71, and all of a sudden you think you're part of the group. That's not how it works. It works that you parachute into a community and you start doing some work in that community. You don't just take out, you give yourself, you participate, you be a part of that community. And as my young people here, grandkids know, I'm big in getting them into organizations where they can learn and they can participate and be a part of that community. I might have been a transplanted Yankee when I landed here in '71, but today I'm a Savannanian, and I'm proud of it. Thank you very much.